Hello guys, let's talk about a book named Zen in the Art of Archery. The book is talking about a Westerner, a German, a person with no Zen Buddhism background at all who went to learn archery with a Japanese master. At the beginning, the Japanese master asked him to draw an empty bow, a bow without a bull's eye, even without an arrow, which was unbelievable. He spent 3 years on doing one action, the action of pulling. The bow being pulled was a super tight bow. Even an adult must use all his strength to pull it to the full. The master required that when he pulled the bow to the full, he must relax his whole body. He even let the German touch his forearm muscles when he pulled the bow to the full, and the German found that his forearm muscles were completely relaxed, which shocked him. After 3 years of practicing, he was able to draw this bow in a relatively relaxed state, and then it's the next challenging. When he was drawing the bow, the Zen master required that the bowstring should be released naturally from the inner force rather than the action being controlled by self-awareness. So when he was releasing his hand, the bowstring would pop up naturally without any force. It was even difficult for him to understand. It means a kind of state after pulling the bow to the full, he must relax his whole body, and in the meantime, he must wait quietly until the power of Zen, the eternal power, come in, penetrate through him. Then the bowstring would be popped up naturally, without any force. At this point, let's talk about another case, which is the ninjutsu and Kendo mentioned by Daisetz Suzuki. Japanese Kendo was actually merged with ninjutsu later on. In Kendo, there was once a master who accepted a disciple. After the disciple went to the master to learn, he cooked, he did all kinds of chores every day. While he was working, the master would always hit him with a stick from behind. He didn't even remember how many times he was hit. However, it was always a sudden attack. The master indeed was training him to stay alert at all times. Finally, 2 years later, after he dodged the master's stick for the first time, the master smiled at him. Some days later, he saw the master was washing a pot. He suddenly had an idea. What if I hit him? Now what will happen? He took a stick and hit the master on the head. The master didn't look up or even turn his head. He naturally covered his head with the pot by using his left hand. Almost at the same time, the stick just hit the pot. As if all this happened such naturally and quickly. This is what Daisetz Suzuki mentioned in the unconsciousness of Zen Buddhism. When a person deeply enters the essence of Zen, then your sense of self-consciousness is reduced to the lowest level. The power of Zen, or the eternal power, will defend you and protect you. If you begin to intuitively manipulate your hand and feet, you don't know how the bowstring was released naturally. You don't even know why your hand lifted the pot. Everything is spontaneous, without any cause or even without any preparation. Daisetz Suzuki called this phenomenon the unconsciousness of Zen Buddhism, or the universal consciousness of Zen Buddhism. Maybe the unconsciousness of Zen Buddhism is not appropriate. A more accurate word is the universal consciousness. The universal consciousness already knows everything before your self-consciousness is aware of it. The universal consciousness already issues an instruction to act.